Hey, it's me. If some part of us already knows life never really ends, why do we cling so tightly to the body? Why do we fight death as though it's the ultimate threat? It looks like a contradiction, but there's more going on here. The drive to preserve life is not only about fear. It's also the very same current that once moved spirit into matter, filling the void with life and form. That push forward is the reason we're here. It's the divine urge to create, to bring consciousness into what was once empty. But because this process unfolds slowly, truth doesn't shine through all at once. Consciousness fragments, vision clouds, and error creeps in. That's why we live in a world where light and dark, truth and distortion mix together. On one level, this means conflict. We long for eternal life, yet we try to secure it in a body that will eventually die. Some reject physical life, seeing it as unimportant compared to spirit. Others fear death and deny that eternity exists at all. Both are misunderstandings. The deeper reality is that the urge to live in the body is part of creation itself. To be here, to animate matter, is to participate in the plan of life spreading into the void. When this truth is felt, even for a moment, Christ's words, "Be in the world, but not of the world," make sense. You can enjoy life in the body without clutching it in fear. Death becomes less of an ending and more of a transformation into a wider state of being. The body is temporary, but the life force animating it is eternal. This brings a new kind of security. Physical life is still valued, but it's no longer mistaken for the whole picture. Even struggles take on meaning when seen in light of something larger. The body becomes a place to live fully, while also knowing that real life stretches far beyond it. This deeper understanding doesn't come through words alone. It comes when we live with a steady commitment to what is greater than ourselves. And that commitment has two sides: tending to our own inner transformation and offering our gifts to serve the whole. When either of these is missing, life feels flat, insecure, or meaningless. Many live in a divided way, half committed, half holding back. In the parts where you give yourself to truth, life feels rich and secure. In the parts where you bargain, life feels hollow and frightening. Heaven and hell are not far off places. They are inner states that shift depending on whether you're living in alignment or in resistance. There's a common fear that surrendering to God's will means more pain. In reality, resistance creates the pain. True dedication doesn't make life smaller, it opens it. It unifies the parts of us that are torn between fear and trust, hatred and love, separation and union. And here we come to something that doesn't get talked about enough: courage. Many people think of spirituality as soft or passive. Real growth asks for strength. Cowardice may look harmless, but it feeds evil just as much as cruelty does. When we stay silent in the face of lies or hatred, we give those lies permission to grow. Passive collusion can sometimes do more harm than active wrongdoing because it hides under the mask of innocence. History has shown us this again and again. Great harm has always required not just a few aggressors, but the silence of the many who looked away. This is what makes inertia so destructive. On an energetic level, it's the freezing of divine movement. In the soul, it shows up as self-betrayal, avoidance, and the illusion that doing nothing is somehow safer or gentler. But inertia isn't rest, it's deadness. Real rest comes from a life that moves and flows. When you risk, when you act, when you choose to stand in truth, energy opens. Even small acts of courage break inertia and allow divine energy to move again. This is why many of us are being called into action now. It may feel unbalanced at times, like there's too much doing, but this is part of how the pendulum swings back from stagnation into life. The more you move, the more you discover that movement itself is relaxing and life-giving. If you feel stuck in weakness or confusion, the way forward is the same. Surrender fully. Now, that doesn't mean collapsing. It means being willing to face discomfort, rejection, or loss in order to stand in truth. It means trusting that giving your life to something larger will bring not less fulfillment, but more. And if you struggle to change an old destructive pattern, test out these two things. First, let yourself see clearly how much harm that pattern causes to yourself and to others. Don't turn away from the pain it creates. Let it motivate you. Second, ask for help. Open yourself to Christ, to the divine presence, and invite that power to move what feels immovable in you. Everything else flows from this one foundation: to give yourself over to God, to the great plan that animates all of life. When this becomes the center, the rest of life, work, love, security, finds its place. Without this, even the best achievements feel hollow. With it, everything takes on depth and meaning. This is how the longing at the core of the human heart is finally stilled. Not by clinging to the body, not by chasing temporary fulfillment. Rather, by living in the rhythm of eternal life while fully present here and now. Love you. Connect soon.